Hello everyone and welcome to our VOD review. We're going to start over in the East. We're going to watch the Philadelphia Fusion continue their cycle of misery, disappoint their fans once again, and just continue their franchise sadness. We're going to watch them go up against the Los Angeles Valiant, a team that has been making waves, not just in the news, but also in game. They have finally got Marvel into the roster. They got Molly. We don't care about if they're being paid or not because they're playing well. No heel season's afoot, and the Valiant are looking better. So we wanted to get a look at these teams. I haven't watched a lot of Valiant, honestly.
They get even with Soul.
Well, we've watched a bunch of games on here, but it hasn't been as much as some of the other teams just because they were pretty average. But they're starting to rise up. They look way better in this mid-season tournament. And we're going to be able to see these teams. Philadelphia Fusion, though, have been struggling in their first weekend in this meta. It's not crazy surprising. I don't really know either of these teams for their like Doomfist Sigma. They obviously have Fury and they have good players, but the East has been weird in the metas that they've been playing, so Valiant just better. Well, Molly, like I was super high on Molly. On the charge. Like, that was one of the reasons I was high on the charge, because I was like, dude, they got Molly? That dude was crazy in 2020 when he paid for the Chengdu Hunters. You guys remember his Ana performances?
They don't show up. Now it's time to sit down. It's time to grind.
No one on Fusion can play Sojin. And I think that's the thing that you got to take with a grain of salt for this weekend. It feels like the same thing has happened in the East as it did in the kickoff clash, where they only have 7 teams in the region. They can only play within themselves. So it feels like their understanding of the meta is just way worse. It just feels like they don't have as much understanding. And like, it feels like they're just a couple of weeks behind the West. So a couple of these teams just didn't really want to play the Sojin, like to a good degree. So it's kind of hard. I was super high on my, yes, I do all the drugs. Yes. You know me. Oh, shoot. Actually, too far. All right, so we're going to have Philly coming out on the Bulls and BAP, which is to be expected. A lot of people playing the double flex support. We have Carpe on the Sojin. In general, in the East, they preferred to play the Ashe over the Sojin, which is not new. Oh, okay, Molly's dead. That was a good boot by Bellisrita to begin. We saw, yeah, overall, I'm right about this speculation, right? In the East, they played a lot more Wrecking Ball than Doomfist, right? Isn't it funny that the only, like, Marvel is one of the only players that I think really played a ton of Doomfist, and he's the only guy who recently came from the West.
Really want to dunk on Marvel even harder. They will actually change over towards the Ana. This fight is basically already washed. Sakilio says 2 more kills come on through. It'll just be a bigger advantage for Fusion now moving forward. Yeah, some nasty staggers there. So I'll have to wait for them to respawn. So Fusion just going to be taking up for free as Zest starts to go on the hunt, try to harass where he can. Keep pace towards this pulse bomb innovation trailing behind.
Do you know if, no, Western teams don't scrim Eastern teams. Smurf and Void, yeah, like, so Smurf and Void, like, obviously there is some Doomfist being played.
Nice value, perhaps.
I think it's generally teams that want to play their Octane, right? It's the same thing with, like, Bernard.
The difficulty for Easy Hunt as well is that they don't have high ground control, so finally the Valiant will be moving around the, not the coast side, but the jump pad side, because they really need to get Easy Hunt on that high ground for this Ashe to kind of pop off. Carpe a little bit slow to start out. With first ultimate coming online should actually be...
Wow, that 25 health coming in clutch for Zenyatta. It's actually ridiculous that they gave 25 extra health to Zenyatta. I can't wait to play the beta tomorrow and just murder people on Zen again. Skip this round, the next one Marvel decides to win. Yeah, I'm just saying, Punky. You know, I'm looking at this and he's just getting farmed by aim gun on the Zenyatta right now. I actually really like the Zenyatta Ana. Like, this Zenyatta Ana comp that Valiant is playing, especially against Doomfist comps, is really good. The sleep to be able to punish the Doomfist if he goes in with power block and, like, uses power block. The anti. I actually really like the comp. I'm usually not a big fan of Zen Ana, but I prefer Zen Ana in this meta than Zen Bab. And also the Ana can more effectively heal people from range, like the Wrecking Ball and or your own Doomfist. Nano, I think, is a better ultimate than the Amplification Matrix. Like, I just think Ana has a lot more redeeming qualities right now.
5% left to go. Gonna have to try to contest this as Marvel looks to rejoin quickly. Fortunately, with the Doom, he can do just that. Minefield comes down, trying to cut off a bit of access, rolls through, manages to crash across.
Dude, Valiant's getting rolled right now in this map. They, like, didn't get any space. Did Marvel even get a Doom ult?
but it's just the Tracer. It's just the Ana left alive.
Punk, did you lie to me?
He's only going to find.
Marvel got to 86% ult charge. Did Linkster get a Transcendence? Wait. Marvel and Linkster both didn't get ult. Linkster's Zenyatta is not cutting the mustard right now. That was not great. That was a bad round. Like, they didn't do anything. They just fell over. Trust me. Okay. Trust this one. Okay. Next one. Oops, I muted.
One of those fights, but didn't win anyway. Fusion on 3 players. Managed to get it across. Zest carrying the way. You know, Carpe finally got the kill feed towards the end there as well. Really lackluster from the Valiant so far. I mean, maybe this is what happens when you have to kind of integrate 2 players just before another tournament cycle starts. Could be teething issues here. I'm not feeling the Marvel Doomfist so far. I really wish he was playing the ball instead, but...
Yeah, see, Avril agrees with me. Not feeling the Marvel Doomfist so far.
See how it fares this time around. Get a second attempt, shake off the rust a little bit.
Yeah, I think the ball BAP is an inferior comp to the Doom Zenana. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but I really like the Doom Zenana. I think it just does more.
Sliding down the stairs, trying to stay safe. God takes a bit of damage. Carpe offering up just enough to peel Marvel back away from the support.
Kev's wrong too.
Carpe pays the iron price for it, and that's going to be the first cap coming in for the Valiant.
All right, good first picks.
Innovation, known for his Tracer skills.
Marvel's Sigma was good. Yeah, we always knew Marvel's a good Sigma.
Tracer definitely does matter. Tracer definitely does make a difference.
Marvel just has an incredibly weird hero pool these days. It's just weird.
The Midseason manages to also be the first final blow online for Marvel, so finally off to a bit of a better beginning than they had on our previous.
Oh, that was a good boop on the Molly. That was a great boop by Bellisria.
A little bit of a trade there, Carpe for Molly. As they continue to try to play this out. Point starting to tick up.
Marvel's an off tank? No, Marvel's a main tank.
Getting a decent amount of hits.
But he plays Sigma.
Building up that green health. Now Aim God going to be taken down. Zest gets on top of Easy Hunt, but not sure if that's going to get them onto the point. Langston falling might just be enough. Innovation goes.
Yeah, I guess now he's just a tank, as we call it these days.
Tries to win out in this fight.
There's so much Innovation got so much healing. Ooh, nice sleep. Oh my, Marvel's trolling. Punk. Marvel just punched him. He just put a pulse bomb next to him.
Gonna whip. Fixer comes in off the flank. Gets Innovation taken down. Easy Hunt will get the headshot through. Takes out the enemy Baptiste.
Don't ult. Oh my god, he's lucky Ezhan's a god. Excuse it. Okay, we'll look past it.
Flip has not come in yet for the side of the fusion. Now the bomb is there to further delay.
Is it Easy Han or Ezhan? Why do I feel like it's Easy Han? Did people tell me it's Easy Han?
Helping to keep him topped up. Fusion have to pull back away from the point once more. It would seem the fight's off here over onto the coast side.
Oh, he got aim got on the way out of that. That was not bad. Carpe. Oh.
That's now 4 members gone on the side of the Valiant, and they should finally be able to flip this.
And Molly now
Easy Han.
Part of me just thinks he should probably go over towards the BAP instead. Anna, you would only really use if you want to counter the Doom here.
Carpe washed. Carpe hasn't been great this season. I personally, so far, I would like to see MN3 Zest more, but I think Carpe has his role. Like, maybe they like Carpe more on these, like, faster-paced hit-scan heroes.
So that she can't recall away and the pulse bomb gets the kill, but Marvel actually landed the punch, which allows Zest to recall away. So, bit of a unfortunate situation there when Marvel ruined the kill.
Unlucky, as they say. Hell of a lot of damage out onto the members of the Valiant as they try to approach the point, but Innovation will still manage to find Fix. A good opening kill. Now the Immortality field out of the fight. But that died for.
Okay. I don't know how they got so much space, but they just, like, walked away. Philly just, like, let them walk in. They didn't do anything. They just... Valiant just walked in and killed a bunch of people. Cool.
Absolutely, and Fusion now thinking about, okay, what are the chances here?
We got that fool from Carpe Pop, and he just didn't do anything, and they just fell over. Just walk in, Giga Chad.
Marvel also coming up towards a meteor strike.
They summon MN3 and he looks arguably worse. Okay, let's have a look at that. Oh, Bellisria. I guess he needed to touch, but that was not a great attempt at a touch.
Jumps down, looks for Carpe, and they manage to go ahead and alley-oop it with Innovation diving in as well. Tag onto the point. They managed to keep it contested for a little bit longer, but Zest gets slept easy.
Wobble, wobble,
Gets the
motherfucker.
headshot.
Is there no replay viewer? No, there's no replay viewer this year just yet. There's rumors that we might get one at some point, but I wouldn't hold your breath. I miss the replay viewer so bad, dude. It was so much better when we could watch replay viewer. We could watch from certain people's POVs, and we can go back and look at things and that kind of stuff. It's a lot harder to do this without it. Yo, Jay for Juve, thank you for the 9 months. Sup, baby? Hell yeah. Nacho Man, thank you for the 3. Chesky, thank you for the 38. Valiant Hopium. Did you request access? Yeah. But the thing is, I can get access to it. I can't stream it.
Just on that one round. Got nothing done on City Center. 0. Big fat 0. Have the goose egg there. 7 frags, then we come through on that next round on Garden. So a big turnaround. Molly as well, investing all the nanos into Marvel. There's not really any other good nano target, right?
When Molly goes Zen, the match ends. Lynx's Zen has not really had much impact. I have not noticed the Lynx's Zen yet.
All of their effort into Marvel to try and get things done. And if Marvel is able to get into the backline, is able to do some damage, and he is getting frags, then Valiant is also winning.
It's a good answer back. If they're a rough first round, let's see how they...
Mitch said you should do a Tracer tier list. Dude, fucking tier list, man. Are the bane of my existence. Oh, Zest? Do you know Zest is like statistically the best Tracer in the league? Oh, he's like #1 in a bunch of categories. Clean.
There's the railgun shot. Innovation dead. EasyHan trying to survive. But he will not be allowed to. It's a clean opening fight here for the side of the Fusion. They will once more get the point locked down first.
Do you think anyone from this roster will get picked up this year by another talent? It really comes down to how they turn this roster around, right? Like, obviously they were a bit of a meme at the beginning, and like they didn't have a lot of strength, but I actually really like that roster. Like their DPS lineup is really good. Innovation, EasyHan, Dia is like a really good roster. You got Marvel now on tank, who I think adds a lot of flexibility to that role instead of just having Sashin. Molly's been incredible. I'm not in love with Lynxer as a player, but you know, it's fine. Nice. Oh wow, that Trace was lucky he didn't hit that wall. Oh, he's just fucking walking at him right now. Yeah, I feel like Bellis Rhea is just not doing anything on Wrecking Ball. He's just rolling around as Marvel is just murdering his backline. And that's the value I think that Doomfist has over the Wrecking Ball. Is Wrecking Ball can be disruptive, but I don't think disruption is as valuable as the kill potential that Doomfist has. But yeah, Becky's actually had some good moments as well. Also, Bab, yeah, I guess that's true. The Bab's Zen with the ball. Like, Bap healing we've all tried to heal a Wrecking Ball as a Baptiste before. It's just straight up not a good time.
They take him low. They manage to finish him off, but Fixa dies in the process. Window uses well. Your strike dropping in. Double dash away from Zest. Keeps himself safe. Tries to play elusively. Innovation does find that kill, but Aim God quick to reply. Now the Valiant's still going to be holding on to this point.
You'd be very coordinated, yeah, but like, what, you're better off just playing Doomfist at that point, right? I think one of the big reasons that teams don't play as much Doomfist, do you get anyone off there? One of the reasons that teams don't play Doomfist is their tank players just generally aren't very comfortable on it. Like, you've seen a lot of players who haven't really like put the time into it yet, and then that's sort of catching up to them.
Recall gonna be forced. Sees that he's anti, can't get the kill. Carpe. Not as well. Now with the ult pop, looking for some targets. Sends one over towards Zest. Cannot get that connection.
Did not really do much with that ult.
Gets out of dodge. Molly has fallen as well.
Like, is EasyHan really better than Dia? Like, why are they playing EasyHan? Maybe EasyHan put a lot of time into Sojourn. But like, surely Dia is just a better player, right? Dia's been playing pretty well this season so far.
Ultimate's looking pretty bare here as well. Both the overclocks fairly mediocre, unfortunately. The Sojourn's not the one.
EasyHan's apparently their Sojourn. Okay.
Players doing most of the legwork. Here comes Marvel again.
Yeah, even with the punch.
EasyHan is sponsoring the operation, so he needs his play time. Oh my god.
Punish him though to support down.
EasyHan literally pay to win. I don't know if any of that's just true. Like, that's the thing. It's like hard to believe all this stuff that's coming out.
1-for-1, HP bars low as they wait for Aim God to get back up here and start really topping everybody up.
Does legitimately fuck on Sojourn? Okay.
Fortunately, the supports on the side of the Valiant, quite far away. Zest dashing in, looks for the stick, unable to find it. Marvel touches, manages to get the contest, falls down low, has the meteor strike, manages to make his narrow escape, and he takes it aggressively. No HP to work with.
Just went in fucking. I guess you got it.
Carpe has the cleanup.
Easy Hunt got priority pass. Damn, Dia, man. Sucks to be poor.
We'll be able to take the first map of Oasis.
Alright, Philly wins the first map. Yeah, this will be an easy win for Philly over the Los Angeles Valiant. They're just the better team. I don't think there's anything that the Los Angeles Valiant can do against it.
That sounds about correct. But yeah, it's
how good's your memory?
Maybe, you know, it wavers from time to time. It depends. There's been a lot of Midtown that I've tried to just kind of, you know, completely eject from my brain, I think.
Oh, it was Chengdu.
So,
it was Chengdu, not Valiant. Sorry.
I like Avril's casting. Yeah, Avril's a great caster. He does a great job of like telling the story and also like teaching you as you go.
Current meta, so if I were to guess, he'd have to go back on the Doom.
Easy Hunt looks like the kid from Home Alone with this haircut. Oh, I see what you mean. It's just true. He's the. Is he Korean? He's the Korean Home Alone kid.
He shouldn't play the Zarya, but he will. So there you go.
Well, we'll see if you're going to be eating your
Why
words
do they have
here.
a soldier? It's like they didn't read the patch. No soldier got nerfed. Oh my god.
They, you know, they have some faith, Avril, which is something that you need to have every now and then. They have faith in this composition. And hey, if it doesn't work out, we could be in for a very quick map. Who knows? We'll have to just wait and see.
All right, so Sashin comes in, Dia comes in, Easy Hunt stays in, and Philly did not make any subs as well. They're gonna play Rush.
Oh boy, here we go. Getting a bit brawly now.
Okay, I mean that's the other direction you can go. This is actually baited by the Zarya. When I say baited, I mean like they are allowed to play the Ryan now because the Zarya exists. We've already seen in the previous patch, in the previous meta for Kickoff Clash, Ryan has a super positive matchup into Zarya. So, I mean, if you're going to allow the Fusion to do this...
So they're going to play... I don't like them playing this with an Ashe. Like, why are you going to... If you're going to play this, at least play with a Sim, right? Allows you to move around the map and rush the point. I feel like the Ashe is just so exploitable. Yeah, so, like, I like the reaction from the Valiant to run down the Ashe and the BAP. It has not gone very well, though. They're gonna touch, right?
Does end up falling, but in the meantime, the point got capped.
Yeah, it's gone. Goodbye. That's all she wrote, really. Bellis Ria.
Okay.
Kill. I mean, not the one that we just saw, but earlier on, you can see the Stags now as well. Sashin on 37%. I mean, essentially what happened is Valiant tried to, you know, defend the actual train itself on the high ground to prevent the
questionable
supports from joining Bellis Ria on the point, but
alright, Lynx is going back to BAP. They got Sojin Ashe now as well, so they got high damage. Sashin should probably play Sigma here. If you're gonna play this comp, actually, I guess he maybe doesn't want to play the Sigma versus the Rush. Old Sashin.
How long did it take for this one to get cooked up?
Maybe he's been sleeping well. You know, they won their first game in the Kickoff Clash, and No Hill's like, I'm gonna go to bed at 10 p.m. Wake up at 6.
Maybe he's really able to come up with things a bit better when he's...
Queen 3-0 on coming, yeah. Valiant a boom. There's no way they come back from this.
I don't know. Maybe he got one of those new memories.
Dude, they even gave up the first half of this point as well. It's pretty good play by Philly. Like, they every time that Sashin tried to walk up, they punished. Now they're gonna... Alright, now we're gonna go from the top end, okay. I almost wonder if having a Tracer here would be better. I feel like having a Tracer to punish these guys, the backliners might be... Oh. Questionable shout out from Bellis Ria. They capped again? Dude, how did Philly lose this fucking map?
It's like Valiant are lagging harder than I am right now. We saw Dia just not use the Bob to defend the payload. The cap has gone through now. By the way, the Fusion just push the payload.
They're just not doing anything. Valiant's like refused to do anything.
To like the top of the underpass, and then they also...
They don't? Oh, okay, maybe I'm... Thought it was 3-1 this series.
They actually completely gave up the entirety of B to the Fusion, and then sent Alton late.
Or was it 3-2?
What is going on?
Oh no. It's even worse than I remembered. Oh no. I thought it was a 3-1. They get reverse swept? Oh, okay. Philly fans. Okay, this is a PSA. Philly fans, if you were not aware, just like I am, I think at some points you need to make the decision to prioritize yourself before prioritizing watching more Overwatch. So if you're a Philly fan, you should turn the stream off now. You should turn this video off after liking and subscribing to the channel. You should turn the stream off and come back when we don't watch a Philly game.
Couple it with. See if he can get a decent setup. As right now, he's getting
This is it only gets worse from here.
now going to be thrown in. Like I said, already using the immortality field. That's going to get cleaned up. And Sashin is the first one to fall. The cart now going to be pushing forward as Bob just takes.
What is worse, being a Philly fan or a Justice fan?
Low, picks up.
Honestly, at least there's been some upsides of Philly. You know, Philly at least have been competitive at the top end. Washington is like, they're constantly trying to tell you that they're a good person and that they're gonna be good, and then they just lie to you. Oh wow, I got him.
4 meters left to go with the cleanup coming through. Molly with the transfer.
Second place is still better than most, exactly.
Langsa runs forward, trying desperately to halt it, but he cannot, and it's 4 minutes even for the side of the Fusion, who
Wobble, wobble,
I want to
motherfucker.
say look well improved on this map, but at the same time, I'm not sure what's happening on the opposite side of the arena.
14 glorious months of watching Philly throw everything possible. Hey, it's the Philly way. Yo, 4 minutes exactly. Let's go.
I'm like kind of speechless right now. 4 minutes is a lot. That's a lot. That's
yeah.
50% of the total time. I mean, consider that A was almost.
It's like asking if you'd be better to choke on spaghetti or stab yourself with a fork.
No slowdown.
So graphic.
Barely a slowdown. Valiant haven't won a fight yet on this map, have they? They actually have not on this entire
No.
defense. Lazario was a big mistake. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, he shouldn't be on the Zarya. He really shouldn't.
The closest thing to a fight win that they had was when they played Ring Around the Rosie.
If Justice don't beat the Glads, I'm off the train.
Or Fixa, whichever it was. I think it was Fixa.
Should get off the train early, you know? There's no point in wasting your time. The train's already leaving. That's not gonna happen.
The point got capped in record time.
I'll tell you what, they're on the better comm now. So Sashin and the rest of Valiant, they're learning. Okay, Sigma is the answer. If you read the patch notes, and you watched a little bit of NA, you would know that Sigma really
Walk to your new team. Yeah, wait for a new team's train.
Sort of poke here off the back of each
Train is crashed, my guy's still on it. It's like, how long do we get there?
Shouldn't be able to outpoke the Fusion side, considering Bellastria can't do any damage. Has to just hold up shield. Zest will right click, but it's not going to be anywhere as good as.
I would have got off. If you were still on the train and then you watched that Toronto-Washington game and you're like, you know what? I believe in Washington. I don't know how to help you. Dude, that was an awful game to watch. Like the Kalios Doomfist was just, it was tragic.
That sort of finishes there because it's not looking good for them today.
Well, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Let's see how they fare on the opening volley now. It's just going to be poking and prodding, not playing within the two, playing.
You know who the Washington Justice are? The Washington Justice are a Tinder swindler. You know, they're the people that, like, you look at them and they got like these really attractive photos. They're like really hot, and they're like, obviously they got like a bit of money, and they're like, yeah, I love you. Yeah, I can. Let me provide for you. I'll do all these great things for you. Trust me. I'll show you a good time. You're like, oh, this seems nice. Yeah, this feels right. This feels right. And then you get there, and you slowly start to peel the layers back, and you realize that everything's wrong. You realize that he's not actually attractive. You were lied to. And then you realize they don't actually have money. They were stealing from other people. And it's like, that's it. That's the Washington experience. It just feels like you consistently uncover a more ugly truth time and time again.
About their approach angle.
The Washington catfish.
Railgun not going to get the hit that Carpe was looking for. Now jump up onto the high ground. They're looking for the chase to get the wall in on the Sashin. He absorbs quite a bit of damage though. Manages to stay alive for a little bit longer, but does end up getting picked in the end. Fixa, the one casualty on the side of the Fusion, but obviously can rejoin the fight rather quickly.
No, they got a tick. Dub.
He's starting to come in.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
Easy Hot's got no downtown.
That was like, that was watching a train about to hit a wall, and Easy Han was stuck behind it.
Tick gonna be grabbed here from the side of the Valiant, but that's about it.
Longest range pin kill we've seen so far.
Isn't Vigilante able to play soon? But like their flex support is not even the biggest problem. Like that's not the problem with their team. Like Krillin's been playing really well. Like yeah, maybe Vigilante Krillin will be sick in this thing, but like Vigilante is just another player that's great on paper. He's just another player that's good on paper that we think is going to help, and he probably won't.
Positioning. Okay, this is weird from Fusion. their support's right.
Can't believe you've not told people you're casting with Matt next week. Oh no, I'm keeping it as a surprise.
That's what we're doing.
Well, I mean, all the same, Sashin's just completely isolated out on an island here. Gets picked off, bullied. I mean, May Wall's coming up. He's slowed. Immortality Field not going to be enough as Zest. I don't know.
Zest. That was interesting.
All right.
Didn't need the wall anyway.
Harder question, Custa. How would you fix the Justice?
Cool down for now.
I think their coaching staff is the next thing on the chopping block. I think you need to look at the coaching staff. It's kind of like the Vancouver Titans thing, where it's like at first you could give them a pass because it felt like the players were playing poorly, blah 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 blah. But at some point you have to look at the coaches and be like, well, maybe this isn't it.
He goes after to zone them off that flank, and there's a minute and 38 left, Avril.
It's already done because the 4-minute time bank versus a
it's
let's see if they
unachievable.
cap. What are we gonna do? I mean, you look at Sash, and he dives into the house, and we are playing Bap Zen. You're instantly.
You impressed with Toronto's turnaround, or are you still in the mud? I'm still in the mud. I'm not. You know, it's just Washington.
Gotta work out there. They kind of have to travel.
They only beat Washington. You know, I need to see more.
Bellatrix just sent up this Earth Shatter. Didn't hit anything, but I guess they don't need it.
Okay, window
Dude, what are the Valiant doing this whole time? I feel like I've just been watching Bella's rear walk around with the shield for the last like 5 minutes.
value. Point contest starting.
As they try and like force the point time and time again.
Reinforcement. Easy Han with the rail ult now pop. Has to drop down.
Wait, Zest drop a Blizzard? Where?
To expire, and it has Carpi in the meantime.
On
No,
Sashin?
takes out
Let's be
Sashin.
honest.
Nice little
Wait.
headshot flying through. Looks for a follow-up with the last hit. Can't get anything. Pulse bomb from Dia. Not going to connect. No picks to be found. All comes up to try to cut him off, but he does manage just narrowly to blink out in time. Fixa dead. Thought maybe he was going to pop the sound barrier, but seems like he says, no, I'll just save it. Totally fine. I trust my team to go ahead and buy some more time for me to rejoin.
Below.
Carpe, however, does get jumped on.
Yeah, Carpe had nowhere to go.
End up going down. His aim gone. He's fallen low. Discord orb out into him. Bellatrix with his back turned. Molly will find the elimination, breaking down the enemy tank. It seems like maybe now the Valiant
I love Joel.
is cap coming in their favor.
Time's running out here, but they should be able to cap off the back of this one. They still have Trance to play with.
Easy Han look consistently good this series? I haven't really noticed that yet. Like, I haven't noticed Easy Han really having that much impact. Maybe, yeah, obviously when the Valiant start turning it around, we'll probably see it. But I haven't really noticed Easy Han so far.
Players with fusion down, and they're not going to be able to complete the full hold. But as I said, Achilles, it's 4 minutes in the time bank versus.
Yo, Jack, when does the Apex rank change come through?
I mean, finishing the map here, and it will be a bit of a struggle. Bellatrix doesn't even want to change off the Rhine.
In the new map.
Favors this particular matchup. I mean, you can drag
Tomorrow? Damn, why does everything come out tomorrow?
should be able to do well there.
Meteor strike going out. Fixa drops the
Alright. I don't know. Why did Fixer drop the beat there?
This one to the underpass for sure, and Ryan should be able to do well there.
Fixer, you good? Why did he beat? That was a really wasted beat.
Fixa drops the sound barrier straight down on top.
Like, yeah, he stopped the Meteor Strike, but Meteor Strike is not a problem. It'd be great to have a beat now.
Immense amount of value there as everyone's clumped up in the corner. Punch after punch, just knocking the Rhine against the wall. Doesn't lead to too much, but Dia flanking around the back does manage to find Carpe, and now they have the high ground, and they have the fusion cut off on the opposite side, and they have the cart pushing into the underpass for them. It's a good position to be in right now for the side of the Valiant, as long as they can keep this moving and keep fusion at an arm's length. Pulse bomb out from Dia, not going to be able to.
It's a weird round. Philly's playing like a rush, but nothing's really happening.
Around the high ground, drop down the
They're just sort of like isolating one person at a time as the Valiant tries to run from them.
Here as well, aim guard can definitely set something up from the high ground. Bellatrix has gone hunting actually. Spots a solo. Gotta play Molly.
Oh, okay. Molly's gonna Transcendence. What is happening?
once more, playing out in no man's land, going to be taking the
No way. Not again. Easy hard, man. You gotta dodge, man. Just run or something. Oh my.
But this time they do manage to at least get the punish onto the enemy. Ryan's ability to fight.
Fucking easy hard, man.
It's 55 seconds remaining for the Valiant. They need to get this push across the line.
Oh, good punch.
Dude, that would have been so good for the Valiant if they had managed to get,
Jump to the high
if they had just managed to kill Bellatrix for free.
That break on line of sight was absolutely massive for him. Zest also
Pin is like impossible to dodge. Yeah, but he could have got like, he could have got onto the card or something like that.
Easy Han looking for another target, but now
Goes out the best in us, Daver and Cypher takes. Yeah, no worries. Thank you very much for the 100 bits. I appreciate it. Oh, nice.
the right click at point blank range. Easy Han will
Winnable?
2 kills. Can he get a little bit more?
No, he's too low.
Keep them in this to try to get that cart across the way.
No
Now just
supports.
20 seconds remaining. The Fusion are chasing and they're looking for the stats.
Fixer?
They have 'em.
Janitor Fixer?
Runs in, gets those kills. I mean, EasyHan may have been able to carry that one. He actually got a few frags, really important ones as well.
Where's Rio going to be in the next tournament? Or not till next playoffs? It'll probably be in the next tournament, I believe, Rio. But it's not going to be in this tournament. I doubt it'll be in the mid-season tournament as well.
He does. The punch goes out.
Wait until Dia ducks harder than you could imagine. Oh man, I love ducks.
Yeah, it was Dia.
Cut them off. Dia did manage to get that tag in near.
And Bella's Rio wants this shatter so bad. He's probably going to solo shatter, yeah.
Healing starts coming out.
I was like, as soon as I saw Sashin stand in front of Bella's Rio, I'm like, he's going to get shattered.
And no one else can get there. They are zoned back, playing away.
Philly's up 2-0. Let's see them close this one out for an easy victory. 3-0 Philadelphia Fusion over the Valiant like we all predicted.
Signs of life.
Their own doom. Could be the ball coming on through, which could be reasonable on this map.
Wait, Rio released tomorrow? I believe so. I believe Rio's in the next beta with along with Junker Queen.
Expect that all the hit scan players have that in their hero pool.
Alright, so what do we got?
That, I mean,
We're going over Gibraltar. We got Marvel
three is
coming back in.
sniping all the other types of snipers, but
MN3 in for Carpe.
integral to the current meta. Really, it should just be a 1-for-1. I think this is also particularly probably a call from the Fusion saying we're really far ahead.
I thought it would review close games. Yeah, I know. It's crazy how that happens.
On the Sojin official games.
All right.
Let's fucking go.
What happens now is we get ready to jump.
Must have been a long interview.
If the Valiant can win out here, we'll push and then potentially over to Lijiang Tower. It's a long and winding road ahead.
Alright, let's
Sigma
scooch ahead.
and in this particular meta. And
Alright, so Fusion's gonna play Anna Winston. I don't hate Anna Winston
Discord,
on this map.
Princess just playing.
Not in love with it, but I don't know what else you would play. Like, it feels like people are between like Sigma and
Starting to heat up on that second map there.
Doomfist a little bit, you know what I
A
mean?
lot more impact compared to what we did see in the opening map of Oasis. See how the young gun.
Alright, Zest is gonna play the Genji.
Couple tags there, easy on dropping to the low ground.
I'm not in love with the Genji in this meta, but it's not bad.
Himself safe.
I think it's maybe just because Zen's so meta that like it feels like they always have a transcendence for every single blade. So it feels like it's very hard to get value in the neutral.
That just allows Zest to go ahead and move this up a bit.
Why Ashe is bad? Ashe is pretty good. The East likes Ashe, and I actually like Ashe more than Sojin on this map. I think Sojin's very difficult to play in this map. Not for MN3. MN3 against the Sigma, I actually really like the Sojin. But if you're the Valiant and you're playing against like Winston, like it's very hard to charge up rails against the comp that the Fusion is playing. So I actually don't mind the Ashe. And you know, the Apex always loves Ashe.
just waiting to see if we can get some ultimates there as well.
I don't know if I like Ashe Widow.
Need
Ash Widow feels like you have no pressure other than long range damage. Like they have a stupid amount of damage.
why Winston's not been
But
because
if Fusion can find a way to get on top of Valiant, it's over, right? But Valiant's just trying to hold and put out as much damage as they can. I think they're probably playing for the Nano Winston. Yeah, Aim God's about to get to Nano. You should see it go pretty quickly.
Simply speaking, Valiant's got 2 of them. Fusion's only got 1.
Nano Winston.
Gonna be the Nano to make the dive for Bellis.
Oh, Link's dead.
Save further, jump in,
Wobble,
finds
wobble,
Link's up on
motherfucker.
the
All right, pretty easy.
Deploy.
Fucking
One fell
like clockwork. Farm the Nano, jump the Nano in. I think Valiant just had no way to hold space. Like Dia and EasyHan are both so worried of getting dove on, they just have no damage. They just sort of like hold up in the PC room and just aren't able to do anything.
There's some staggers as well. Lang's
No
away.
gravities. Thank you for the 2 months.
Doesn't even bother to try to escape. Just runs straight into the fusion.
There's a lot of ultimates coming on.
Surely Philly win this. Yeah, map looks great so far.
Looking towards a primal plus blade, M3 on the overclock as well. So a pretty cheap fight overall. This comes down to the fact that Fusion got uncontested payload pushing for the most part up the top of the ramp through the car wash, and then a single nano onto Belastria to allow him to survive the dive. Usually, you know, that would go pretty poorly without the nano. And now we're into a position.
Molly's about to kick a bitch. What?
As payload distance still looking pretty good so far.
That it is. Why
Alright, once again, Valiant is giving a lot of space. So EasyHan switches over to the Tracer. I like this play. Like, I like the Ashe Tracer or the Widow Tracer. I think you just need the Widow for natural natural pressure. You know what I mean?
As he got juggled around by Belastria. That's going to be the trans pop from the side of Molly, just trying to keep the rest of the team members alive.
Good Winston by
Gets juggled into the corner and
Belastria.
gone. The blade gets
What am I even looking at? What the fuck
it's a bit
is happening?
the kills come through all the same.
Did anyone know what happened there? Oh,
Kill feed is Zest just pulling back, gets topped up now, goes to re-aggress and keep.
who won? I Philly apparently.
Anybody can try to contest this. EasyHan with a quick little tap in.
Yeah, Philly used all their. That was Rally
Speed advancing forward.
Primal Blade.
To rejoin.
And Lynx is about to get the rally. If Lynx can get the rally up, it should be easier. Molly gets Zest, which is big. Oh, MN3 gets Deer, though. Rally's going to be big, though. Go C9. Oh my god, that actually looked really close to a C9. MN3's doing pretty well in the Sojourn. So far in this fight. Dude, how many picks did MN3 get in this fight? 3? That was a little greedy. Like, MN3, that was a good play until he decided to slide more aggressive again. He might have overcommitted, because if he stayed alive, they probably win this fight. Are they going to win this fight anyway? Yeah, they're going to get it.
No HP to speak of. Easyon actually commits the pulse bomb to this fight. Dashing around and does keep it contested at least for a little bit longer.
I feel like get there eventually. Big picks by MN3.
Here's Molly goes off the side of the map before he can get staggered. And it's just shy of 4 minutes in the time bank for the remaining stretch.
I think Hunters make the mid-season madness after Philly's fuck up. I think the thing is Philly's what they went 0-2 this weekend, right? So they're 3-5. The big difference is that Philly got 2 league points from coming second in the kickoff clash. So Philly would need to keep hard fucking up, and Chengdu would need to keep winning. Like maybe, but it seems unlikely, honestly.
Going off the side just to prevent staggers, as you say, as we now head into the final point. It's not going to be a gigantic time bank for the Fusion, but should be pretty competitive, especially with more and more kills coming on through. This is just what's going to give them uncontested payload, because you get those 1 kills, Valiant don't want to contest, and now we're around the final corner and on the final stretch.
Oh, dude, I love watching Zest neutral Genji. That was a good play by Lynx as well, Studites. Dude, Zest is rolling. Molly doesn't even have Transcendence for this as well, yeah. What the f... Alright, Zest, we're gonna have to talk about these. Oh, nice play by Marvel. Oh my god, that was actually so sick. Marvel just farmed.
Marvel, however, still beaten and battered. Swaps over, goes for the Cassidy, fans the hammer, looks to try to get rid of Bella's Rio, will manage to make it.
Nice play. Nice Cassidy switch.
Pick him off on the exit. Zest looks like he will be able to slink his way out of there. The cart will be held just a couple meters in front of the finish line.
And we'll just be able to hold enough. I mean,
Zest casually does it. A part of me thinks that he hits a DPI switch.
Only 1 movement ability there, has to try and...
It feels like when he presses Q, his DPI like doubles, and he just starts going crazy.
Had he had it, maybe they could have...
How? That was literally all because Marvel just like hard fucked Zest Blade. If Marvel doesn't get that stun onto Zest and Zest's able to get a couple of, like 1 kill, it's probably over.
A very good punishing here is, I mean, Fusion just have to try to exit, go for a full reset. Zest still out in the middle of nowhere, dashes over to the side. He's got enough space, enough mobility to keep himself away from the Doomfist, so won't get staggered, but the ones that they suffered, certainly hurting them, is Belos Ria's going to bring out the Roadhog.
Why? Like, what is it good against? The Doomfist? That's it. It's the only thing this is good at. In a Zen meta, Roadhog is just not gonna work.
Looking for a target, looking for a hook.
Like, what is he gonna do?
What we've seen in APAC, isn't it?
Pretty much, other than some opening pick attempts on this map. You know, you try to get somebody on the walkway as you're...
Maybe, like, he believes if he just walks down this right side, no one can dislodge him?
Yeah. The first time. I mean, if you really want to just kill Marvel's Doom, I guess this is okay.
Oh, wow. Okay, MN3?
Become a pain in the rear for him. MN3 looking for some additional hits.
Can you imagine if they had a useful tank after getting that pick? Dude, like, they're literally winning this 4v5. Belos Ria has done nothing.
This man was down to about 1 HP. Managed to come up with 3 kills.
Oh?
From him. Molly now in desperation.
Molly stole? Yeah, winnable.
Oh, it's not going to be pretty. As soon as it expires, Belos Ria...
Oh, the maze block?
Dive into the ice block just in range to contest, but Zest with the blade will slice and dice, and Marvel now is going to be left out to dry. Tries to keep himself protected. They'll just hook him right
Big Roadhog switch, you know? Really, Roadhog really helped him get over the line.
A good time.
I take back every bad thing I ever said about Roadhog. You know what? Maybe it works.
Fusion weren't... You you said, ZK still
Either that or, you know,
ends up being not an engagement here as well. Felt like
it was either the Roadhog or this, you know. It could have been any of the things.
engagement here as well.
It could have been any of them.
As you said, Zest was on minimal HP, like 7 HP literally that we saw on screen. Still gets a 3K, still gets healed back up, still allows.
It was the threat of the everyone was so afraid of the Roadhog that they just rolled over him. Right. I feel you. Tactical confusion. I see what you got. You know what, guys? I think you're right. You know, I think you're right. Tactical confusion.
Be able to net himself another player of the match, as he's just been looking so good the whole way through. See what happens so now on this defense.
Do coaches demand players to play ranked? There's an expectation to play ranked. Maybe in some teams there is a demand.
Yeah. Now
it's hard to know. It's probably different from team to team and coach to coach. In general, players want to play the game and play ranked themselves anyway.
They're just going to give up the Sojourn entirely. The Bionade will slow things down, but not significantly. I was going to say they should have the firepower to just push up on the high ground. Okay, EasyGun goes Trace because they need to push the payload. That makes sense, but Dia playing the Hanzo makes less sense.
He gets picked in.
I don't hate the Dia Hanzo. I actually like the Dia Hanzo.
Just challenging.
I actually like the Dia Hanzo. I would rather see him play Winston, like Widow, but maybe he's worried about Zest on the Genji, like Bella's Rear and Zest. But if he just baits them to go in and he just plays Widow, he probably gets passive value. Ashe is fine. Yeah, Ashe does the same thing. I think more consistent damage on the Ashe is probably better than the Hanzo.
I mean, Valiant got to be asking themselves right now as Langston gets antied out and has to exit.
They're trying to get opening picks on an Ashe here, which I think would be a little bit of a struggle.
Goodbye, Marvel.
That should be a freebie here, especially with the
this is not going well for the Valiant right now. See? Philly have finished the map with 46 seconds left. They're up 2-0. Valiant seems to be falling apart. There's no way the Philadelphia Fusion will lose this.
I think trading Marvel's life for some extra progression is okay, because once that happens, now EasyCon can actually join the fight in a proper 5v5 instead of having to go off on an adventure pushing payload, forcing his team to take a 4v5. It will actually inch it ever so further.
Hashtag Fusion Sweep.
From the rest of the Valiant trying to move up. So EasyCon's currently doing his job as exactly as he needs to. It's the rest of Valiant that need to take high ground.
Nano going to be used on the Bella's
Oh, nice Nano. Win the team fight with just the Nano. Big.
On to EasyCon moments before he can have the pulse bomb online. So good time buy just for the Nano. Overall, not a bad fight.
You imagine the Fusion fans that went to sleep after map 2. Dude, there's probably were a lot. There were probably a lot of people like, oh, we got this in the bag. Valiant aren't even close to us. We're fine.
Into his backside and starts to build up for this ult now. Also re-up making his exit, has the primal to rely on in case he gets to the dire straits, and MN3 will find another elimination. Now the ult is going to be up at the start.
Seriously, how do Valiant win this series? Like, I see no redeeming qualities of what I'm watching right now. Oh, there we go. EasyCon. Forehead gamer. Oh, wow.
Plus a flux could be it.
Well, they're trying to open it up. Flux drops Bellisria down, and then
cinematic zoom in.
Pops the primal, make sure he gets fully topped up on the HP rather than having it get cut in half. Rally popped.
Fix it. Where you going?
His team Langston now going to be doing much the same as they look to try to break through, and Bellisria going down.
Oh, okay, MN3.
On the high ground, he's got the ult rolling. Managed to find EasyCon, but can he make it out to safety? Falling lower and lower, and eventually will get picked. Dia finds that kill. Now the cart going to advance forward once more.
Home alone carry.
Send it into the corner as well to try to cut off one of these entry points from the side of the Fusion. That's exactly what
they got the bob out. That's nice.
Instead, the Fusion
they just want to do a close hold. I really like that call by Philly. They decide to, instead of fighting it, they just take the high ground positionings around them so that they're already in a default good spot. Don't like this though. Don't like that from Bellisria. It was fine. Didn't get punished really. Oh, Fixer dying. Should be fine.
In the meantime, he's the last one left standing, and they're chasing forward. They want to get him before he can make his way into the spawn room, and they will do it. It's an extended team wipe.
Wait, hello?
And now Fusion, they've got hanger control.
Bellisria should pick Hog again. Yeah, come on, Philly. Come on, Bellisria, give him a chance.
This is a massive win for them.
Zest is even scarier on Genji than he is on Tracy. Yeah, Bellisria. I really like Zest. You're doing Soul vs Chengdu. I want to see Vindane's bow again. No, I don't really want to watch Seoul or Shanghai. I've watched so much Seoul and Shanghai in the East and not really talked about enough of these other teams.
A lot of Philly as well.
getting right up into their faces. Takes Molly low, doesn't get the kill, so it will just be the one kill found with the blade.
Oh, Marvel went to Diva. We found the secret sauce.
All the Fusion are really going to be caring about.
Here we go. The Diva pick works all the time in Overwatch 2.
Break things open a little bit more. See if he can make it happen. Belisria just holding the door.
Oh dear, Widow.
Keep him low, and okay, yeah, he got one, and it's a high-value target. MN3 taken down right off the rip.
And I was going to say, maybe things would be difficult for Dia because in order to make it work on this attack, your
Aim God, you're a psycho.
If you can't see anything, Widowmaker does nothing. 30 HP. Should be okay, though. The 5v4 advantage is now gone. They have to spend most of it just pushing.
Oh, Belisria dies.
No primal, just
The Diva punishing the Winston?
He's just 1% away from it. Does go down. That's going to be that much more space. Bought open.
Can't believe Philly lost to a GoFundMe team.
Matching is going to prove to be still a bit difficult.
We are not going to start calling Valiant a GoFundMe team. Guys, we're not going to do that.
Down low. Looks like he will be able to hold on to the mech for a little bit longer. Molly just keeping.
Yes, the historically amazing Diva player. I don't know what you mean. I think Marvel's best hero in Soul Dynasty was Diva.
That is a lot of the pressure alleviated here.
That's why he was so good. He was so good he benched to you on the Diva.
Flying through, catch him in the skulls. They can just focus on aggression. The dive comes in. Langsa being juggled into the corner. Wisely holds onto the rally. Would have just been a waste. And we'll just have to reset. Now it's going to be a minute remaining here for the Valiant.
Time is definitely quite unfortunate here to work with. Self-destruct as well. I don't really see any major value being bought there. Perhaps if you can get to the actual payload, falsify.
Valiant has a lot of good ults for this. Marvel can int with the Diva Bomb, and Langsa can use the rally. If they can mitigate this Nano Winston, they can be in a really good spot. Oh, okay. Belisria is dead. That was pretty bad by Belisria. Like, why? Like, okay, like, let's talk about why this is bad. Why is Belisria fighting this? Like, what is he fighting for? Like, they already have this positioning. He's not going to be able to dislodge them. Yeah, maybe you want to hold top of the ship, but why would he drop here? Like, he just dropped into the line of sights of everyone. Even if he didn't get headshot, he was probably going to get punished pretty hard by this Diva Tracer. Like, that was a bad positioning by Belisria. You got bored? Yeah.
Just come through. He managed to stay alive for a little bit longer. The Nano using his near dying breath. I think what he thought was going to be his dying breath.
Nano Blade just doesn't get any value against the rally.
Has to make his exit. MN3 finding one.
Marvel dies in the Diva Bomb, though.
It's Marvel now gone, the main tank, the rock that they need to stay situated here on the cart. Let's get picked off.
There's the cap.
As they clear him out, they will be able to.
Well, he kicks him twice every time he goes in. Yeah, Zen is really good against Genji. Really good against Genji. It's one of the reasons Genji isn't played as much anymore these days against the Zen, because the Transcendence is good and Zen's extra health makes him actually. I think it's probably difficult to kill a Zen as a Genji unless you have like a ton of space.
Sure what happened there, but aim gold was only a couple percentage off the nano boost.
How's Valiant winning this? Only just.
Really unfortunate in the Philadelphia Fusion. No tank, twice in the fight. Valiant start pushing up. Dia gets a frag as well. MN3 wanting to respond in the Widowmaker.
Come on, you want to go out?
Presence on the battlefield on this Widowmaker now being felt for sure, as Fusion don't want to take any chances on these long-range deals.
No, they do not. No, they have to be even more cautious as the infrasight is up.
Wait, who won this game? Just you find out, clueless.
Motherfucker.
Falling low once more, but
We'll see. Could be anyone.
sustained, so we'll be healthy. Cart not much longer to go.
It's 40 seconds left. Valiant's down 2-0. Like, who do you think wins this one?
They're both just waiting for Widowmaker picks, I think, so far. I mean, there's a Transcendence as well. Valiant kind of.
Oh, Dia.
There it is. A couple picks coming through. Dia going large.
Absolutely.
Wait, you got MN3 as well? What the fuck?
Belisria a little bit late on that roll through to try to peel and get rid of that pressure. Rally rolling from Fixa, desperately trying to stay alive, but without aim god there, it's just not going to be feasible. The cart now can.
Probably in Genji versus Bat Brig, yeah. Well, I don't hate Genji versus like Zen. It's not the worst thing in the world. I just think Tracer is generally better. Especially against Bat Brig, Genji's definitely better against Bat Brig.
Doing wonders for the side of the Valiant to get rid of this main tank. He ends up dying. Zest with a pulse bomb doesn't find anything.
But Tracer Genji, you can play either, honestly.
It's going to be a minute and 4.
I think on maps with like high ground like this. Oh shoot, actually.
This play by that on top of Langsa coming through with the rally towards the
Let's see this. Dude, I can't believe he dropped into his Brig. That was actually. Or the fact that you can kick the fact that you can kick the deflect as well to still get the boop is such a big deal against Genji. Like, it makes it so difficult. You can't just deflect in front of the Zen and then just like cancel at any moment, right click, headshot. You just get pushed away.
Well, Molly the gates do open.
Kick is kind of fucked. Yeah, you're going to see. When we get the beta tomorrow, you'll get a better look at it. Not many people played around with the new Zen kick and stuff like that when it got added because it was so late in the game. But especially with all the health and stuff like that, you're going to see a lot of people play Zen. Tomorrow, the beta comes out tomorrow. The new beta.
As well. Previously, Bellisria wanted to play a lot more for the high ground control up against Valiant, wanted to push in. Now, Bellisria is playing low ground to prevent the payload from moving up. Understanding that within 1 minute, Valiant need to max out on payload distance. Ideally, Valiant can get this payload onto high ground again through the actual tunnel. It looks like it should be going there. Fusion need to kind of come back a little. They have to stop this payload and then prevent the Valiant from maintaining...
Fusion with a pretty good hold so far. Valiant doing nothing, just sort of relying on Dia to get kills. Oh, Zest just dies to Molly. Oh, okay, Molly diff.
Zest ends up going down. Molly with a nice headshot. Gets rid of the enemy Genji. Right now, it's going to be unhindered push coming through. Jump into the back from Bellisria.
And Bellisria gets punted. They're just not doing anything.
He's away from the rest of the squad. He ends up going down. MN3.
It is a cap.
Doesn't manage to find anything in the
Oh, this is so bad for Philly. It's so bad because they died so late as well. They're going to lose all the control of the ship.
The card is going to advance forward into the hangar. The Valiant are making it happen.
Do you have to purchase the access to the beta? If you want guaranteed access to the beta tomorrow or today, or depending on when you're watching this video, you need to have the Watchpoint pack that is sold through the Battle.net client for your account, and that gives you guaranteed access. It's $40, and you get a bunch of perks on top of that. It's actually pretty good value, all in all. Otherwise, you can just hope you get the drop. Oh, I hope you get the drop. Nice shot by Dia. Don't do it. Oh, that should have been an easy shot. Oh no, it's falling apart for Philly. Time's beta drop time tomorrow. 11 a.m. PT, which is like 18 hours from now. 18 hours and 15 minutes.
He's got to wait for the DPS. He goes back in the very last moment. A meter left to go. The nano going to be used to try to get the primal online for Bellisria. He's just 10% away from that. Zest as well with the blade. Nearly ready to draw it out.
Oh no, dude. This is so bad for Philly. Literally everything that could go wrong is going wrong for Philly right now in this defense. Oh god, Zest is actually getting bullied. And you can see MN3 doesn't even have his ult yet. Like, I just don't like the Sojourn if they're not going to play the shield and you're not going to have time to, like, get your charge up in the rails. He's just getting outpaced right now. The Widow has more, like... Sojourn just doesn't have enough consistent one-shot potential. Yes, if you had access last time, you do not have automatic access this time. Confirmed.
Nearly 3, nearly 4 ultimates online that they just couldn't use.
Because D.Va is the worst, yeah.
The infraside rolling, it forces them to play so cautiously. You can see them not
wobble, wobble, motherfucker.
JT, thank you for the 4-year resub. I miss classic green and Custa. Green and gold Custa, yeah. The best of times of the Valiant. Bellisria is dead. Bellisria is dead. No, Zest gets sniped. Ooh, MN3. MN3 clutch. MN3 clutch. What's happening? Bellisria on the Rhine. Valiant's out of ults. Zest has the blade. Zest should be able to close this. He dies though. Dude, playing Genji vs Brig Zen seems like an awful time these days. They have Rally, they have Transcendence. It feels like they have everything against you. Do you find the same railgun charge when you shooting a doofus power walk? That's an interesting question. I'm actually not sure. I would say it's probably like shooting a shield. You get less charge, but I'm not sure. Oh, nice sleep. So it'd be 90% less charge. Okay, there you go. There's the answer. Snap feels like it genuinely boomed Philly out of the server. It's just everything went wrong. Like, Dia was just hitting the shots, and then, like, they just snowballed away from them. And then when they did pop their ults, they didn't get value from them. And you see, like, MN3 goes over to the Widow. Is he going to stay on the Widow, actually? He's going to stay on the Widow as well. I like this call, seeing as Marvel moved over to the D.Va.
Looking to match, Dia has been on a heater on this map so far. So MN3 going to have his work cut out for him. Has had high praises.
Dude, it's actually crazy how everyone knows where people are going to jump from.
See if we can bet if he can best him. As for For now, the cart going to be rolling forward for free. Zest
I feel like everyone's always predicting people on Gibraltar these days.
from Easy Han as Dia waits for the Genji to show his head, but the deflect is there, so he pulls back around the corner for now.
Okay, and you know, Marvel's also just ping-ponging between the payload itself and trying to maintain some high ground control. The game here for the Fusion is just to maximize cart push while getting nano charge for aim guard. They need a nano boost to basically win this one, unless MN3 can open up the book. And he's got to be the one as well, because Dia's been doing it on the opposite end for Valiant. Just having MN3 here, putting the pressure on Dia is important. Shots like that, it's just
Zest should try out Hanzo. I don't really like Hanzo on this map. I think I'd rather see people play Widow. I'd rather see Zest just go to the Tracer. Like, I think Zest can play Tracer here just fine. The pulse bomb versus the Brig Zen is really good.
30 seconds remaining as the announcer says. Cart
Look
just
at aim
now
god.
getting ready to finish cresting over top of the ramp. Aim god, as you say, 10% off the nano for now. Belosria continues to poke and prod forward, just being a bit of a note battery here for the Ana. See how the engage looks. Easy.
Oh.
Find a stick. Somehow not going to be able to get that elimination. That could be.
Oh, there we go.
Down to the low ground, peeks through, takes the Tracer's head clean off. Now they look for a little bit more.
He's got to be careful about standing on this box. He doesn't know. Come on, like the LA. I'm not even a Widow player, and I know that he takes this shot, but he stays on the box. Like, yeah, he doesn't know where Dia is, but he's gonna peek eventually. Like he absolutely needed to drop off this box. He holds this box for just a little bit too long, jumps off of it, and gets shot by Dia. Like, I think he got a little too greedy with his positioning there.
For a little bit more, the nano going to be used. Goes on to Belosria as he chases forward. They get the trance out of Molly. Now he's going to be isolated.
Primal.
The kick coming out, just trying to keep him at range. And now the Primal goes in, dive into the back line.
Goodbye, Dia. We will remember you. And the sacrifice you gave.
Be able to eliminate him, but it's the cost of Fixa. Easy Han just dashing around, manages to find that elimination. But Belosria says, "I'll do you one better. I'll take out your Brigida as well." It's the kill, Easy Han.
Dude, MN3 is carrying them through this round.
HP, so cannot continue to contest. This will be a cap on A for the side of the Fusion, but that's just one step of many that they need to take.
And they do it without the supports as well. Aim God going down there after Fixa. Still stayed alive for some time. They're really important that Zest manages to save the Blade. If Zest had to invest Blade, things could go poorly for the Fusion as they need to snowball. That's how you get B cap. That's how you make it.
Yeah, they can't use all their ultimates here. They can't blow, but they can't lose someone as well. Oh, MN3 is trying to. He says no. He's like, the spaghetti's being picked up by MN3 one step at a time.
Starts it off nicely with the kill on Molly. Just going to be further delaying that next transcendence. Card for now moving, getting ready to round the last corner and start up the ramp. Infrasight can be matched, and it will be. Dia popping his own. Easy Han going to have a second attempt at a pulse bomb kill. As he gets ready to have that ult online. Belosria is way out in no man's land. He ends up going down, and that could end up being the end of it here. As the Widows just stare at each other.
Yeah, why does Belosria go that deep? Belosria has not played very well on Winston this match. I feel like he's overexposed himself, so he committed to get Dia. Yeah, this was such a bad play. He commits to get Dia, and the Valiant just turn against him. Yeah.
He ends up going down, and that could end up being the end of it here. As the Widows just stare at each other through their little hat.
Oh, nice stick bite. Easy Han, and that's it. Match in general, yeah, he's just kind of been getting punished.
The Valiant take the first step out of 3.
All right, there we go. First map. New Queen Street, baby. Let's go. So what are we going to get? Sashin comes back in to play the Xayah. Innovation on the Sombra. What does this comp do? Like, why not just play Brig? They want to play the Lucio to speed the Xayah? Go fast, kill fast, but you're playing a Sojourn Xayah. You can't just go fast. Like, that's not how Xayah works. If you don't get charged, they don't really have much damage. It just works? Well, that makes me worry about the Phillies comp. Well, Phillies comp is awful against what they're doing. So I assume Zest is going to go Tracer. Carpe is going to be able to do nothing as Sojin versus this comp. Sojin's going to be useless. But the Bap Zen should farm, unless Easy Han goes crazy. The only thing that I could see that would be bad for them is Easy Han goes crazy, but it's not even great to play Sojin versus this. I want to see what this is.
I'll tell you what, I actually think Innovation rolling on the Sombra is an interesting read because he's read that Ballistria could be coming out on the ball. If Ballistria comes out on either ball or Doom, Innovation Sombra now has a purpose in the game. So he's just going to hack Ballistria and keep hacking Ballistria forever.
He's going to try to, at least. It took him low. It's the bot now going to be on.
Do you guys also only hear him out of your right ear?
Locked. Carpe going to be traded out, but it will be both.
Is this me?
Falling on either side as Sashin chases forward, looks for that elimination, but can't quite find it. The immortality field comes through.
No.
Keep him got alive.
It's you? What the fuck?
A little bit of damage to Sashin for now.
Hello?
Focusing on building up his energy, but has he overstepped? Looks like maybe no. Gets the kill here onto Fixa. Looks for a little bit more energy right here in the
Interesting.
middle. And Sashin will be able to pick up a couple kills and start surging towards this graph. Already halfway there. And now it's going to be progress on the bot for the side of the
Headphones dying? These are pretty new. They shouldn't be.
He's not punished
That's
this
right.
pick right now because...
All right, well, they get first fight.
Isn't going to be the hero to punish the Zarya at all. In fact, Valiant on the back of Innovation Sombra, which I still don't think is a fantastic hero, but at least has a purpose versus heroes like Ballistria's Bull. Allows the Valiant to start getting some reasonable progress, 23 meters and counting, looking for some ultimates. This will have the first one. And it goes wide.
Goes in, but it does not find much purchase. No kills going to be found here for the side of the Fusion. But now just going to be shipping the bot back across the opposite side of the way. But as I say that, Molly finds Fixa. Carpet gets dropped. So with some nice kills coming through, it's going to be the Valiant. Very much not allowed.
Everyone gives subs. Custa needs headphones. I don't know. We're going to wait 2 days, and then everyone's going to get 3 subs. Everyone's going to give me 3 subs, and we're all going to get the medic skin, and it's going to be great, and I'll buy new headphones.
You just see from Innovation's
How's this working? Well, Philly just aren't really doing anything yet, and Valiant are getting the picks.
The EMP is still a pretty lackluster ultimate, one of the worst ones available in the game, so they need to be able to land damage appropriately on specific targets to, you know, get that 5v4. AimGod does have a Transcendence though, so likely when this comes out, should be AimGod countering in a minute.
Okay, uses
it. Doesn't need it.
Field is there to keep Zest alive, so EMP not going to be finding much value.
This is a little too aggressive for my liking, Carpe. I don't think he got the memo that everyone else was also not going in. That was pretty bad. Molly uses Transcendence there. Gets Fixa before the Transcendence? Hello? Oh, good beat by Linksa.
Manages to get Zest as well. That's going to be a big delay here on the DPS for the side of the Fusion because Carpet had died just moments before. Now the bot once more is pushing and they're going to make the checkpoint.
So many out teams try and force it? I don't think Sombra's very good either. Wow, they got the cap. Oh, big pick on it. Carpe.
Which I actually respect. EMP is not a particularly good ultimate, so AimGod didn't feel pressured for that. But when the fight actually starts moving along after the EMP has concluded, that's when the rest of Fusion need to start thinking about where those ultimates will and should be coming online. Los Angeles Valiant, well, they'll get the necessary picks above what they found with the initial EMP, and they still keep going. Grab coming on in, it actually misses.
Yeah, really nice shield bash timing away there from Fix. It keeps himself just out of reach, but it's not going to help them win the fight at all. They already lose out on 2, now 3 as the supports are gone from the side of the Fusion, who can just find 0 ground to stand on whatsoever. The bot is advancing. They're now over 80 meters, Avril.
Wait, what just happened? I was looking at something. I was trying to fix my headphones. It's annoying the fuck out of me. Did you just miss the grab?
And should be coming online. Los Angeles Valiant, well, they'll get the necessary picks above what they found with the initial EMP, and they still keep going.
Oh, doesn't matter.
Yeah, really nice shield.
Bellisria is also doing nothing on the ball.
Just out of reach, but it's not going to help them win the fight.
It feels like Zest and Bellisria are just not working together. It just feels like they're both just playing their own game.
0 ground to stand on whatsoever. The bot is advancing. They're now over 80 meters, Avril. There's still a hell of a lot of time, sure, but this is a monstrous push from the Valiant.
It's already probably too much. I mean, we're looking at 90 meters plus. We are looking at 10 minutes though, so still 6 remaining. Usually it would be 4 remaining here, so there's more time for the Fusion to make a comeback happen. So can't count them out just yet because of that. Bellistria opts for the Sigma.
No one's doing anything on Philly, like legitimately.
Seeing a Bellistria Sigma, he's not normally an off-tank player. This is something you'd expect that Fury would rather be playing. Opts not to go for the Ryan, which I find to be very interesting.
It's like people are just dying for what feels like free.
Want to do a a multi-change up and have to bring the Lucio into the mix either. Hard to say. Either way, Carpe is trying to get himself anyway. An angle. Yeah, to maybe try to use this. But now the bot just being held in place. Sasha just playing back inside, playing safe, keeping this locked into position.
Who do you think is top 3 in APAC Sojourn so far? It's kind of hard to say right now. We've only seen 2 games from all of them, and like some of them have played it, some of them are in weird metas. Like Aim God just dies. Like it doesn't feel like Philly is ever trying to force anything. It feels like they're just waiting to die. Like have we had a team fight yet? It doesn't feel like it. It feels like Philly is just not doing anything proactive.
The EMP comes out, they get Bellisria, they get Fixa, and now the Valiant, they're going to be pushing forward, they're going to break 100 meters.
Probably at this rate, and that's disastrous. I mean, a minute ago I was saying that Fusion could attempt to come back, but with less than...
Philly needs to sign a better hit scan, like Jimmy. Yeah, Jimmy will solve the problem.
I mean, 230 might as well be 0 at this rate.
Are they full complete? I don't think so.
Finish the map, this keeps going up.
But never say never.
With the heater that they're on right now, and EasyHan gets cessed. Once more, the DPS falling over. Spraying through, waiting for a target with a rail, not going to get the hit. Instead, Carpe sends one back his way, but EasyHan
Oh no.
gets the shot across.
Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, Philly have just done nothing. This entire round, Philly just did nothing.
I cannot believe this is happening. The dash forward, Zest manages to touch in time, manages to recall out. Bellisria desperately tries to swap over onto the Doomfist, but the grab was waiting for him. He gets greeted with it as the cleanup comes in. One after the other, the Fusion members pile in.
Oh no, dude.
And that will be the completion. The Valiant are making it happen, Avril. They take us into a map 5. They effectively sweep. We might not at the chat. Yeah. Han starting things off with a nice.
Alright. On to Lijiang. Don't worry. Philly's great at Lijiang. They're gonna play Rush, aren't they?
Until that movie plotline can be reincepted into my mind.
Okay.
As a mature man now, then however old
Anna Brig.
I don't actually know, but we're going over towards Control Center. It will be Ryan coming on through. Marvel signing out on the Doom, so it's going to be a good time for Marvel. Hopefully that is a reasonable matchup for the Doom.
Once more with the May.
Bellisria is asleep. Oh wow, nice shot.
EasyHan starting things off with a nice little rail headshot. May says good night. Fix up, falling low. Will manage to stay alive here for a little bit longer, so we play a little bit of ring around the Rosie. Marvel getting into the back line, finds Carpe, but Molly has now been taken out. Marvel.
Oh, Bellisria. Oh wow. Alright. I actually don't mind the composition of the Valiant against against the Rush.
Yeah, I mean, you just
Because it's very difficult to punish someone. Are they actually gonna switch off of the bat? They're gonna go Cassidy Anna?
and things go from bad to worse. So Fusion now on the
Feels like selfish changes there.
Has the most ult charge of anybody here by a reasonable, by a little bit margin versus Fixer, by a lot versus everybody else. The Aim God Anna here should be putting a bit more pressure onto Marvel, starting out with the Bionade.
Oh, EasyHan got another kill off the bat.
Worth his weight in gold right now. Comes up with yet another big pick off. Under a bit of fire here as Carpe tries to hound him down with this Cassidy, but he's able to just tuck away behind the stairwell. Stays safe. Zest gets pulsed. He is out of there. Good opening kills. They continue to pursue forward. Aim God under fire. There's just not enough peel, not enough healing.
Feels like Carpe just isn't hitting shots. Carpe has had the opportunity to kill multiple people, yet he's just not hitting the shots.
50% and counting now. Things looking pretty decent for the Valiant. You can imagine once that Bellisria has the Shatter, which is upcoming now, should be a pretty free Shatter. There's not really too many ways for the Valiant to survive against it. Certainly no shields. You can either solo Shatter Marvel. It will be good. So this is the best opportunity now for Fusion to get a flip.
Oh, nice.
My goodness, what a combo. The punch in, they isolate Carpe. They're ready for the kill. Bellisria does manage to spare the blushes just a little bit by taking out EasyHan. But as I say,
No
that
DPS.
innovation just gets on top of Zest, and there is no DPS.
Oh, see innovation.
And Bellisria will find
Oh.
innovation, drops the hammer, gets the flames.
They're committing.
Also over to Molly.
Lancer can rally. They can win this if he rallies.
Can't get that further elimination.
It's not necessary though. You don't need to use it, yeah.
Around the corner, they will find Marvel. It's finally some.
You're at 95 already. It's just let it die.
Is this going to lead to the flip?
Okay.
Looks like the answer is going to be yes, as they just slide through.
Yeah, now they just have 5 ults there at 99.
But eventually have to surrender it just shy of 99.
I think Cass gets isolated too easy. I just think Cass just doesn't offer enough. He does good hit scan damage, but I feel like he just doesn't. He doesn't have that crazy pick potential that some of these other DPS heroes have.
As Marvel goes down, the rest of the Valiant can't stay in the fight, right? They need this Doomfist to carry them through. Marvel's been pretty damn good at Doomfist today, especially when he's up against Orion. Now he gets the nano.
Great boop. Really nice boop. That's going to be the Deadeye into the back line. He'll put the fist up, try to stay protected. Now the Meteor Strike comes down. He's looking for a prime target. Dives into the back. It's a decent amount of damage there onto Aim God. Cess in the meantime going to be eliminated. And Easy Han is starting to go off. Comes around the back. He's got the rails rolling. Can't quite get the hit there on a Carpe to eliminate him, but they bought enough space. And that is going to be the...
I fixed my headset. I worked it out.
Dwindle down Carpe, 10 HP. Bellisria trying to charge in, trying to get the touch. As they try to deny him away from the point. The sleep is there. Lengsa going to get dropped. Seems like the Fusion might have just been able to reverse this, and they have. They hold on by a thread.
And Fusion losing members as well.
People really got better at Doomfist. I was sort of talking about that on the pre-show of like Dante, Dante was like probably the best Doomfist that we had early on, but I think everyone else is catching up. Like people are getting really good at Doomfist.
On the point. Ultimate's coming online for Fusion. Once again, watch the Shatter. That's got to be the key piece here. Fusion successfully won a team fight to get the flip in the first place of the Shatter, and they'll start with the Sound Barrier first.
Yeah, they're going aggro. They're trying to find some picks, and they will get Easy Han off here over on the flank. Looks like it's just going to be the Sound Barrier for that initial kill. Valiant having some time on their side, say, okay, it's fine, let's go for the reset. Wait and come back as 5 once more. Shatter, Pulse, nearly another Deadeye as well. Fusion having some tools to work with to try to extend this, to try to take it. Shatter.
Oh, nice.
Does manage to find innovation. That's going to be one elimination coming through as Lengsa will be antied out and has to retreat. Will manage to stay alive. 90% is about to come through. Zest on the hunt. Pulse bomb.
You made the game sound a little bit louder? Okay.
He reveals his location. He goes to the back. He gets the stick. That's Molly out of the fight. A huge pick off here from Zest.
The problem is it's just the casters get a little too loud sometimes.
Wait and see. The rest of the team is here. Innovation with nearly a pulse of his own. Deadeye.
They did a good job of turning this round around. Like that's how you play the rush on this comp, right? They just apply too much pressure. Wait, is Marvel gonna live? Oh, they got Nano as well. Oh no.
Support's gone.
Oh no, that fell apart. The fact that they didn't kill Marvel was so bad. That was tragic. Man, they did such a good job all the way in to come back into that round, only to have it fall apart because they just didn't kill Marvel. Because for that reason, they're able to heal up. They're able to heal up. They're able to heal up Marvel and then come back with the Nano.
We were at a point where, by the way, Carpe channeling the Deadeye. Valiant could barely touch. I'm just looking at this overtime wick, seeing if there was going to be any attempt to retouch on him there, and I believe it was innovation that was just darting in and out on this tracer. Blink in, blink out, blink in, blink out, keeping the point alive long enough to get the rest of the...
Look at the Marvel plays now. Okay, is this what Marvel fucked up? Also, Inno was Marvel. No, they're not Marvel. Yeah, and it saved Inno's life, and then he killed someone with it, right?
And just went unreal performance by the Valiant to make it through that.
Well, again, we go in. Carpe now going to be shifting over to the Ash. Bellisria back to the Wrecking Ball. Much of the same here for the side of the Valiant. If it ain't broke, don't fix it is the mantra here. Things continue to look good for them. But now they have position on the point. Dive into the back. Bellisria looking for a couple tags here, but instead he's really getting locked up.
Oh, that was a good play by Bellisria to get out there.
Oh, he's won.
If he fucked up any of that movement, he was dead.
Just to survive. Now he can be a bit of a
oh.
Zest going into the back, gets on top of Easy Han. As Fixa forced to use that immortality.
Bellisria, you good? Saw him fall off the cliff, and I was like, ah.
Comes to peel, try to get rid of that enemy.
Just live innovation. Oh, he fucked up the blink.
Wow.
Alright, well.
I mean, outside of the Carpe Ash, who really should be on Sojin here, it's a much better comp coming through from the Philly Fusion. I can't believe it's taken this long to actually see the double flex supports. The Zen and the BAP together, Carpe getting the opening frame.
They've been playing BAP Zen a lot of this map.
16% is really not enough.
If anything, I don't really like the BAP. I'd rather see them play the Zen Brig. I think Zen Brig would be pretty good against this comp. Like, they could honestly just play very similar to Valiant. You don't have to play the Doomfist. I don't love the BAP.
Bellisria just kind of getting away with his own life, and that's the survivability of the bulb. which, you know, seeing a lot more playtime on this patch because the knockback distance means his disruption is something significant, especially on a map like this where you can get environmental kills.
Oh!
So see if Marvel can sort of match it. He does have the damage to get his ultimate.
Tries a quick reply there on the dive in from Marvel. Doesn't get the stick though, doesn't find too much damage. Valiant make their way onto the point. Now it's going to be a Transcendence. The start is the window.
Oh, wow. He was about to use his pulse bomb on him, only to see him get deleted by the Sojourn.
Will fall as well. That supports out of the fight. And Fusion looking like they may just end up losing this here, and they will. Just need to clean up here on Abellis Rhea, who is trying to make his exit. No, never mind. He doubles back. He wants to get that next minefield available. By a couple extra percentage, they get up to 59s. The Valiant retake, and now they've got 4 ults to try and hold.
And that's right. They have 4 ultimates because they didn't have to spend in that last fight. They just got frags, right? I mean, it was coming down to Easy Han finding picks of the rail gun. The rest of the play as well, throwing in damage. Molly got a couple towards the end there as well. He's the only one the Valiant that doesn't.
The BAP has got to be map specific due to wide chokes. Yeah, like, I'm not saying BAP is awful. I just feel like against the aggression of how Philly's playing, I feel like a Brig would just be way better against Marvel.
Fair enough.
Trying to keep things contested. Abellis Rhea crashing in. Quite a bit of damage there onto Molly. He'll be great.
Well, that was pretty good to get the bob off of the point. If Innovation can live, he's done his job. Ooh, Carpe.
Trying to duke it out.
Wow, Innovation lived to tell the tale from that as well. That's crazy.
And now we'll pop it.
Okay, let's calm down a little bit, Easy Han. Let's okay. Or we can just go further in. That's how is he alive? Oh, that was not great. Marvel though? Marvel though?
Ends up falling. Marvel is just doing everything.
How
right
many
now.
is this?
He gets Fixa. That's going to be 3 for him. The immortality field obviously not quite going to count, but now
Oh, he gave him the power punch. Oh, that's fine. It didn't really do much.
He's got Zest to try to back him up. Marvel has to make
Oh, I love that play. Oh, he stayed on the point. Oh, he's actually done so much work. It's actually absurd how much work he's done. They lost the cap eventually though, but they got. Oh.
Punch in the corner. Zest narrowly manages to make it out with that recall.
Yeah, Marvel's doing a lot here.
To the greater share of the Fusion team. Pushing out here onto the wall.
What the fuck?
Turns back around, punches Bellis Rhea.
Oh, they got the cap. This is not good for Philly. They now have to win this fight.
They're back in control. It's 90% of the board.
No supports. No supports for Fusion at all. Bellis Rhea, Zest Carpe cannot get healed. Zest probably has to go for the touch, or maybe Bellis Rhea just flies on through, but this is done.
Okay. I was going to say, but you can't rely on the ball to touch it.
It's slipping away.
Molly's got the Transcendence. The Meteor Strike is there. The Pulse Bomb could open up everything here for the side of the Valiant. The Fusion need to retake it, and then you need to
Play Diva, Sigma, Doomfist, yeah.
Throws the trance down. Carpe is eliminated. Marvel staying alive, takes the Meteor Strike out the safety as well. He's going to be eliminated, but Molly, as soon as the trance ends, he manages to find one, but Innovation.
Oh?
The Bob out-Zest with the Pulse Bomb. They find some elimination.
Okay, Valiant. If Philly holds, they used everything for that, though. If you're the Valiant, you just need to reset. Innovation. You need to reset. Innovation, just die, bro. Oh, that's actually pretty bad by Innovation. They should be able to just come back with Rally.
Plenty enough for Fusion to still stay in this one, and now we go back to another 99 for both sides. We've seen this before.
Oh, I like the idea of Bellis Rhea to go somewhat early, but the rally's out. Bellis Rhea, don't die. Don't die. Dude, why is he going? Like, they have rally. What is he trying to do? Is he trying to go for, like, the hero boot play? Like, Bellis Rhea, consistently throughout this series, Bellis Rhea has overextended or gone too far trying to do too much. And he has died for it, and it literally costs his team everything.
Nobody can touch, and oh my goodness, the LA Valiant will pull off the reverse sweep here in the opening match of the Mid-Season Madness qualifiers. They go down 0-2 in devastating fashion, mind you, on Mid-Season.
What did we learn?
Fusion, but
crowdfunding works. Break the rules. Don't pay your players, and you will find success. Also, Marvel fucks. Fuck regulations. That was the game. That was a good comeback from the Valiant. Philly 100% should have closed that one out. I don't know what happened on New Queen Street. They just fell apart. They crumpled like a piece of paper. I don't even think the comp that Valiant was playing, it felt like they lost all their proactiveness, and it felt like everyone was relying on someone else to make a play. And it just fell apart. Carpe has been struggling to play well. I'd rather see more MN3 in the lineup. I think MN3 showed a lot more signs of life. Yeah, crazy. Valiant rising up. Philly and Freefall. They're 3-5 after this weekend. Maybe Philly's not as good as we originally thought going into the season. So, we'll see. What do you think, Bo? Yeah, I agree. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the VOD review. Let me know what you guys thought. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you guys want to see more VOD reviews. Make sure to like the video. I appreciate you all. I will see you guys next time.